Hey everyone, it's Tim from timgagnon.com, your place for online painting lessons. Today I'm making another quick tips and tricks video for your painting adventures. I'm working on this painting here and I'm pretty much finished, but a couple things that I see that I'd like to adjust is I'd like to create a little bit more atmosphere in the distance and separate the hills from these tree lines. What I really want to do is create some distance between this tree line and this hill, so that will push these trees up and the hill back a little bit, creating more depth in my painting. So what I'm going to do is basically take some sky color and mix it into some of the color I used for the hill to create some highlights. And I'm going to highlight the hill a little bit to make it look like it has a little bit more dimension. And at the same time, what that's going to do is lighten the hill, so the value will be a little bit lighter, which will then in turn push that back. It'll make it look further away. Plus, like I said, I'm going to add some more depth to the hill itself. So basically the tip is to take some of your sky color. For this I use some brilliant blue and ultramarine blue, but I'm just going to take some brilliant blue because I used brilliant blue more towards the bottom of the sky. So the brilliant blue is going to create the atmospheric effect. I will mix it in with some of the hill color, so that way it matches up. There's good harmony there. And even though we're painting over this hill, it's dark. So acrylic paint has a tendency to be semi-transparent a lot of times. Different colors have different levels of translucency, but the dark hill will actually show through some of the lighter color, creating that atmospheric effect. So what I'm going to do is zoom in and show you as I paint in the extra little details to that hill. Okay, so I'm using a flat brush here, and I'm going to take some of my brilliant blue, a little bit of cad yellow medium. I'm going to make a nice green, but I really want it to be more on the blue side. That's going to create the more atmospheric effect. I'm going to take a tiny bit of ultramarine blue and a tiny bit of raw umber, because those are the colors I used for the hill. But you can see already it's kind of a more greenish color. Then I'm going to grab some zinc white, which is a transparent white, a little bit more yellow because we're going to do highlights. And then on the hill, just going to add in, I want there to be some dark, so just adding in a little bit of a highlight. I'm actually going to take a little bit more white as I get lower. And that's going to give kind of more of an atmospheric effect. So in between these trees here on the tree line, I got to poke some holes there. And I can actually go almost pure white mixed in now, down at the very bottom here, and just tapping. Okay, and that's gonna, what that does is the light makes this value a little bit darker. And it helps push this forward while this goes back. So I'll continue along here. So the lighter you make it, the more atmospheric everything's going to look. So even down through here, where I can see through these trees up front, poking in this lighter color actually helps pop this out too. So it's all really a value thing. It's also saturation of color, of the By adding this white in there, we kind of desaturate the color a little bit. And you can go over this a few times. But the lighter you make it, the further away it's going to look. And the more white you add, desaturates the color more, and also gives it kind of more of that atmospheric effect that we're going for. Okay, and what we can do next is the same type of thing, except for this tree line here. So the more blue we make it towards the bottom, if we go more brilliant blue and white, that too can have an effect because the blue is a cooler color. So the next round of color you can add in is a little bit more of that brilliant blue, and you kind of disperse it up through the top. Then down bottom we make it a little bit more blue. Okay, so a nice little detail you can add is a little bit of atmosphere in your distance. It's not a big change, but it's a little bit, all those little things that kind of add up to make your painting look really nice. So adding in a little bit of atmosphere, taking some of your sky color and lightening it up a little bit in the distance will help separate it a little bit from your tree lines in the foreground. So that's today's tips and tricks video. If you really enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate all the subscribers who subscribe to my channel. I really have fun making these videos. Also, if you like the frame, make sure you check out AmericanFrame.com for all your framing needs. If you're interested in online painting lessons or in-person workshops, make sure you visit my website, timgagnon.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.